Morning, everyone. Wanted to talk a little bit today about something I've done over here. I don't know if you can tell the difference up there. You can definitely tell there's more grass established. Down here was more like woods. It looked a lot like that a couple of years ago. And then if I can view over there, don't know how well you can see that, but that's nothing but weeds and briars, and it all used to be, it's clear cut right now is what it is. And we've basically gotten all the stumps pretty well rotted out. I say my father-in-law actually, he was running this for quite a while, and he was the one doing that. So I've only had access to it for about a year, so I haven't really done a whole lot with it myself, except for run cows on it. But it used to be just straight that. I mean, it was pure woods. So anyway, what I wanted to talk about, a lot of people talk about mob grazing, and I have to say I am very intrigued by some of the things you can do with mob grazing and land, especially land like this. Well, I don't have the fencing for it, good electric fences, and I do have a pretty good rotational grazing system, but I don't get near the benefit of the mob grazing side of it. But this is something that I did, and not everyone has access to this. I don't own a tractor or any equipment. My father-in-law does own some equipment. He owns some chicken houses and things, so he has access to equipment. So really I have some access every now and then, not very often, but every now and then. Anyway, what I did was run an aerator over this, and basically, if you don't know what it is, I do have a video on it, but it's just a machine with a lot of weight on the back of it, probably at least 2,000 pounds of just weights by themselves. But it's got little blades, and it just kind of lightly penetrates the ground. Now, I really heavily did it over there. Normally, it doesn't look near this roughed up. I really roughed it up pretty good. But you can see right here, it's kind of like little divots in the ground. And I was reading some articles, and some of the articles was actually saying that it's kind of supposed to mimic what the buffalo used to do. Now, of course, if you can do mob grazing, then you kind of already get that benefit anyway. But this spot right here was nothing but tall weeds and briars, very bumpy ground, and I ran that thing over it and knocked a lot of the weeds down into the ground. And you can see right here, these are the old weeds, and they're just dead and rotting. Now, I wouldn't suggest doing this every year or as a maintenance plan. Might be better off just to bush hog it, or or something. But to smooth out some ground, if you don't have access to some of the good mob grazing practices like your electric fences and stuff, and you can borrow some of this actually works really well. What I'm noticing is quite a bit of grass that was not here. Even I've only did this like a week ago, and there's actually some grass starting to come back that wasn't here at all. This right here is some Bermuda coming in, and I know for a fact that that wasn't here. We have Bermuda up on the hill, so I don't know if it was in the seed bank or what, but it definitely wasn't here a couple weeks ago. So it's kind of interesting to me. I ran it over and basically ran all these brambles and all these bushes and everything that wasn't palatable for the cows, ran it into the ground, smoothed some of the ground out a little bit. And if you don't know what that does, that feeds the microbes. All your microorganisms, they need food too, and a lot of people don't. They just kind of let that run by the wayside and don't really ever think about what the microbes do. The microbes are the life of your soil. That is everything that you have. So we should all love microbes if we love to farm, period. I don't care what you farm. And you can see this. Now, that was already there, but that's going to start taking off. So what it did was the weeds were, now that's a goat weed, that sucker's still there, but what it did was a lot of these weeds were mature, so it just knocked them down and broke them right off. The grass that was here couldn't get any life. Well, it didn't kill that. That stuff's still there. So the grass that was here is still growing good. and I think it's going to make a difference here. Now it's not going to make all the difference in the world, but I think if I roll some hay out on this hill, it's a pretty decent incline hill, I think if I roll some hay out all winter long, just kind of slowly coming across this hill, I think I can make a difference. So I wouldn't mind letting y'all just kind of follow along and see how that works out. We're just kind of trying to transform this land a little bit and see what we can do. Thank y'all and have a good day.